haunted, desolate feeling.
This is the almshouse. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the house. Okay, so as you walk in through the main portico,
can I do a sign
you kind of walk.
check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I get any modifiers?
No, just space.
Okay. And
I'd like to look around for back entrances whilst he's doing this.
Yeah,
Future
same here.
Those back entrances.
Of course.
Okay, Billy, give the. Actually, there is a back entrance that you find. Hang on 1 second. We're going to go through Gundrum. Okay, so Gundrum, you feel like. How to describe this? You feel a little bit heavy, kind of like you've eaten a big meal, and you might be indigestion, or it might be that it might be something a little more sinister.
Once we haven't eaten yet today, I doubt it's indigestion.
so I share this information with everyone, and I say, guys, there may be some psycho shit going on here.
Or I might not be dealing with the toast they had earlier very well.
Okay, so.
But you don't know that. Only I do.
Zell would be scouting out the area, I guess, kind of a little more secretly, sneakily, and around the back he finds a locked pair of metal doors in a sort of. It's in a sort of loading yard, like you see tire marks on the concrete. Looks like whatever would have driven there would have been quite a large truck of some kind. And give me an awareness check. I was about to give you that information for free. Goodness me.
I fail miserably.
Okay. In one area, it looks particularly dark, but you can't find a reason for that. It might just be poorly lit.
Just use the chem lamp.
That you threw down the hole.
No, you still have it. I think everyone got one.
Oh, do you? Okay, I use a chem lamp to try and light the area.
Okay, you light it up, and the darkness goes. You can see the wall. The wall looks normal, it's brick and concrete, nothing particularly of note, and that's all you see.
Okay,
Maybe
I'd go back to our resident lockpicker and relay the information, as it might be useful later.
Maybe I could try to security test it there.
Okay.
I have a multi-key, which gives me plus 30 to all security checks.
All right.
Maybe that would help.
So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to judge if it is booby trapped, or are you trying to judge if it's locked? Like, what are you trying to do?
I guess we would want to know if it's a potential entrance path when we want to come in tonight.
But I imagine the lock on it gives away that it's locked.
A lock's a lock, Billy. Locks can be locked or unlocked.
I imagine I could see that. I wouldn't need an expert to tell if this lock is unlocked or not.
Well, think about your door. Like, you turn a key, just by sight, you can't tell if it's locked or unlocked. You would need to test it.
Like, I defer to
you
Red
want
on
to
this
do
issue, sir.
Route to test, or?
I've relayed this information to Red for her to see what she wants of it.
Matter.
Okay, let's first test to see if it's booby trapped or something, and I think we both should do it. As two eyes are better than one. Two pairs.
I've backed away a safe distance at this point, by the way.
It was perception, right?
It's intelligence, I think. Security.
Oh yeah, it is.
Don't you get a plus 30?
To unlocking things. I get a plus
okay.
30 to unlocking things, but not necessarily testing for traps.
It's not booby trapped. Both of you give me an awareness test.
I passed
Matter.
this one.
Both of you
Finally.
hear footsteps coming towards the door.
Oh, let's back away.
Yeah. Probably wise. Let's go into the dark spot we saw earlier.
Let's just back away and pretend we're walking around. Like, let's not
The
go
dark
into
spot is not like dark enough that nobody's gonna fucking see you. Like,
Oh, okay.
it's pretty
I
close to-
misunderstood then.
It's daylight out too. Like,
I guess it's
Yeah.
just a shady corner.
oh my god.
Yeah,
Maybe it's because you're in there.
I don't
Never
understand.
Shady.
I-
Whatever. I have this thing that see the good first that people have to prove themselves before I start
Okay.
trusting them, so...
Yeah, we're gonna
So you
start
walk
turning
away from
that
the
back
door.
on you.
The door is open, some guy does some stuff, and then walks back in.
The door is open?
The door's open, the guy does some stuff, goes back in, closes the door.
What
locks
stuff?
them
We're
again.
nearby. We can
Brings
see
the
it,
trash
right?
out. This
What,
is
you looking
behind.
at him?
I don't know. We back
I'm glancing at him from around
and
the
just
corner.
kind of tried to look nonchalant.
Did any of
Okay.
us... Did any of
There
us
was a
see-
very large metal canister, like a barrel, sealed off. And the way he was carrying it doesn't look like it's got anything in it. He just kind of takes it over to a corner of this yard and puts it down and then walks back in.
It's looking like a beer keg type barrel.
Right, an empty beer keg type thing.
out there? He drinking beer there, so... Anyway, should we just wait it out and come back in the evening?
I might
Or-
have just
We
go
haven't gone
inside
inside yet. I mean, seriously, you guys have found the back door, checked the lock for security measures, tried to hide in the shadows, accosted, watched some guy bring the trash out. We haven't gone in yet. So maybe we go to that first step first now and maybe go in the door.
All right, then, let's do it.
All right.
Don't wanna go in, it's boring.
Alright,
Man, you make fun of us for being scared and paranoid, and then you give us awareness checks, and we get ambushed. Where's the middle ground here?
But this places and times to be scared and paranoid. When we're going to the room where someone was abducted the night before, in the middle of the night,
Well,
that's the time to be
ambush, we're
paranoid.
in the middle of a marketplace.
Yeah, but there's nothing you could have done about that. That's just, you failed your awareness test, you get ambushed with that. Here we are at the alms house in daylight. This is where people go for food and healing in daylight. Yeah, I
The
mean,
market's where people go to shop in daylight.
okay guys. Well, to be honest, with the markets, you were the ones who attacked them. Alright?
No,
So
that was a
time.
misunderstanding, as I explained once.
Okay, so the main entryway is made up of a set of high bronze doors flanked by wide marble columns. And the doors are open during the day cycle.
I check each flagstone for each stone in the path for booby traps. I desperately scan the trees and surrounding areas for ambushes falling from the fucking sky. I poison test each drop of water coming down from the rain. I mean, where are we going with this? We gotta go
No,
inside.
You fucking don't. Go inside.
I want to roll on each and every one of those. So
I wish to try and case out the door to see if we could use it later tonight as I walk in the front entrance.
Okay, so the high bronze doors, you can see scuff marks on the floor. These are clearly opened and closed regularly, but currently they're open and they don't get closed during the day cycle. So presumably they get closed during the night cycle, right? Okay, so as you walk in, there's a wide lobby covered in a mosaic floor, which has the icon of the Tantalus Combine, which is kind of a scarab beetle type thing. And it's now mostly obscured by a thick layer of grime and dirt. A wide archway to the left leads to a refectory area where you can hear a lot of noise and a lot of people. And its parallel to the right leads to, with a quick glance, to a type of lecture hall. Directly across from the entrance, there are two inward curving stairs which ascend to the landing on the second floor. And beneath them, there's a high marble-faced reception desk, bracketed by two tall, grim statues depicting robed adepts holding burning torches aloft. There is an old, disheveled-looking man standing behind the reception desk, and there are a couple of guards at the base of the staircases. They are enforcers.
Do we have a sense of in which direction the back door was at? Which
At the back.
You get the idea that it was towards the refectory.
Okay, and do we see where the kitchen is?
Presumably also towards the refectory.
Okay.
Can you explain one more time what a refectory
It's
is?
type of cafeteria.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Does Gundram have some poison stuff? Like, ability? I can't remember what he said about that.
I can craft antidotes, and I
Oh,
can
I
identify
was thinking more like
poison.
testing for poisons.
I can do that too.
Can we like order some food then and check it out? See if they're. We've been warned of the kitchen already. Can we order some food and maybe see if they're like doping it in any way?
Okay, so you're going into the refectory?
Yep.
Okay. So this long square hall is able, clearly, easily, to seat 100 people at the same time on long, battered tables set with mismatched benches and chairs. The walls are lined with inspirational scripture and scenes. The food seems to be served through a series of metal hatches from the kitchens. Not as big as like a serving window from a kitchen into a living room or something like that, but more like the sort of hatch you would see on the door of a prison cell, where it would be handed out. Okay. Also, can you all give me a perception test at +10?
Just perception,
Oops.
no awareness.
Just a perception test. Okay. So Perrin notices that there is covering one length of the wall. You didn't actually notice it first because it's so dirty, but there's a very large mirror covering the entire thing, and in particular, so you all see this, but Perrin notices, one, that it is actually a mirror, but two, curiously, that it seems to be quite a recent addition, and the dirt and grime on it actually seems to have almost been painted on there, like it's artificial. It's not just accrued naturally over time.
Can I get a closer look, see if it's maybe a doorway or...
How busy is this
Are
room,
you gonna
Solitaire?
Are you gonna point that out to the rest of us?
I'm gonna like see if it's anything first. Like, might not be anything.
Alright, out of character for half a second. We need a channel that we can type to each other while you're doing this live for next time. I don't care if it is a Steam channel or something, but I can't use the Skype one, because if I use the Skype one, it screws up the stream. So we need a channel where we can communicate what's going on, because I think in moments like this, we can talk, for example, about what we think is happening in the background without having to say it and be out of
We
character
can
for that.
just
Yeah, if it's not
okay.
relevant to me, then yeah.
Yep. Okay, anyways, go on.
we can think of something. Yeah.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't hear you guys for a second there. Okay, yeah, that would be a good thing to set up for next time. Sorry that we can't really do it just now. But,
Yep.
All right. Okay, so what are you doing, Perrin? What is Perrin doing?
Just like say that I think I see something over there, and then like scurry over to the mirror thingy and have a closer look at maybe what it could be.
Okay, currently there are about 30 or 40. Shit. Currently there are about 30 or 40 people in this room, and no one really takes notice of you. In fact, they're all very much minding their own business as they're doing this. In fact, no one seems to be talking to anybody at all. All very much individual. So as Perrin walks over to this mirror, his suspicions are reaffirmed that the grime that's on the mirror is very artificial and kind of sloppily painted on almost. And what are you looking for?
Hints that it might be a doorway, maybe. Maybe some markings on the floor.
There are
there's-
no markings on the floor.
Maybe there's some gaps on the edges of the mirror that are suspicious.
Okay, there is actually something you notice. Parallel to the wall, about 20 centimeters away from it, there's a thin strip along the floor. Okay? And there seems to be... The strip itself is a clearing of the dust. And it runs the entire length of the mirror.
So it's a sort of like someone has been pulling out the mirror, or...
Yeah, you get the impression that the mirror may have been laid there, and like the movement of the mirror would have like shifted some of the dirt grease.
Yeah, okay, so I go back to the others and say that there might be something, some doorway or something behind that, but we can't really check it out at the moment anymore without arousing suspicion.
Okay.
Shall we order some food then? And get Gundrum to check it out.
Okay. You need to provide identification to do this, which you do, you know, pretty normally. Nothing terribly important about it. And as you all receive your meal, what kind of test would this be?
Sounds like a Medicaid test almost.
Medicaid?
Medicaid. It's not Medicaid.
Survival,
Trade,
maybe?
chemistry?
Give me a
Chemistry?
toughness test at +20.
Who?
I have chemistry as well.
Everybody.
Everybody give me a toughness test at +20.
Oh, God.
What's my toughness?
You do not have 71. Or...
My toughness is 41 plus 20 is 61, and I still failed the roll.
Oh. Succeeded.
So,
I succeeded.
So I'm gonna go
okay,
vomit
so
in the corner or
as you
something.
guys are eating this, Ara and Perrin start feeling
We at no point wanted to eat this solitaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to check it.
We knew in
They wanted
advance.
You want to check it?
Yeah, that was the whole point. Was they wanted
Just
Gal to
check
check it.
We knew in
They wanted me
advance
to check
that,
it.
like, that this food was suspect and that we were not interested in eating it.
Okay. So
As Everett
you
said.
Yeah.
Everyone.
you inspect it. All right, give me.
Well, Gundrum has chemistry and stuff.
Well, this is why we're talking about a Medicaid test, because we're trying. The whole point was to order the food and try to inspect it. That's what Billy and Galg were talking about earlier.
Yeah, not actually eat it.
Yep.
We've been forewarned about this food.
Okay, give me an. Trying to think what test would be most appropriate for it.
I'd say
Chemistry?
survival or chemistry.
Yeah, everyone give me a survival check.
Survival check, that's...
Everyone?
If I don't have it, it's -20, right?
Yes.
And what's the
What is
stat?
that based on?
Perception.
Perception. I pass it.
Nope.
I failed it miserably.
Okay.
Well, I
Anyone else?
succeeded, so
Maybe
I didn't take survival. I live in a hive world.
maybe Billy should re-roll.
I succeeded.
Okay, so
well.
Zell actually warns everybody about this. This doesn't look fit for human consumption. And actually, the nutrition of it would be very low, if any.
Can we now go further and get Gundrum to do a chemistry test to see what might be causing it to be bad?
Sure.
Okay. Success.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so the actual contents of this is quite a high volume of water. There are some very dissipated proteins, glucose, and actually, curiously, hormones. Carbon dioxide and copper.
Copper.
Hormones
sounds
and
like
copper
they're trying
in the
to-
food.
It
Trying
has
to make
copper
these people
and
act in a certain way.
Maybe I can do a logic test on to determine what.
Okay. Yep. Give it a logic test.
Can I do a Medicaid test to see what what happens
Yep.
to?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Give me a Medicaid test.
See, this I approve of. This advances the storyline nicely. Doing this.
It's because I took charge.
Gundram, you passed with that, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you work out. It's blood.
There's blood in the food.
Awesome.
Nice. So they're making mincemeat out of humans. But what's the dark heresy part?
You don't know what type of blood it is. I'm not saying it's human blood. You don't know what type of blood
It could just be a
is
bloody
blood.
steak then.
I test the red substance dripping out of the steak. It's blood. Uh-huh.
Tell me more.
Alright.
So
I want to go see what's upstairs.
Okay, so trying to access the upstairs areas just leaves you with results in a hand and you being knocked back, basically. You're not allowed to go upstairs.
So
Guys, how about I try to set a fire and we try to evacuate everyone in the refectory?
Isn't it
Maybe
just a
just-
little fire that you can make? Just like
Yeah,
like a little one?
mean,
You can like
yeah,
light candles.
maybe.
and
Gal
everything?
burns an ant to
maybe
death.
just wait until the place is closed. Then everybody leaves without
Like-
starting a fire.
Your psi power right now is like a glorified mobile lighter.
Alright, how about this instead? Can we... I mean, we have some very low rolls that we could run for some other stealth or some like climbing to have a look at this shit, but that's probably going to fail and result in problems. We could try some of those. We could try some distraction-oriented stuff. All these are options we have. I'm okay with those. Or we could just come back in a couple hours and break our way in. So
And we could try and deceive the guards on the stairs to let us upstairs.
Yes, but let's come back in a few hours and wait until the place is empty. And
well, it's not empty in the evenings. Remember the lights? That means people there.
well, yeah, like empty of the common ground.
Is there any room that we can hide in so that we can stay in the almshouse? You know, like after hours.
I told
So
you
we can
what
actually-
you found in the
Go
ground
hang out in the
floor, so-
toilets for a bit.
The lecture hall, maybe there. Is it being used?
Is anyone lecturing?
Can we have that lecture solitaire just for background?
So you go into the lecture hall, I guess, and this place was conceived so that the workforce could receive some kind of edifying instructions on the value of unquestioning obedience and the joy of tireless toil for their masters. The austere auditorium has been entirely disused and has no viable light source still working within.
Yeah,
It is vacant.
I guess if no one saw us come in here, do we know that no one saw us come in here?
Okay. You noticed that someone saw you coming in.
Okay, so we actually can't stay here. So our best bet is still to come back afterwards. Try through the refactory door.
We could leave one person. See if they could, maybe someone with some stealth skills, maybe they could hide in this room.
There's only one
think-
guy.
No, I have stealth
No.
too.
Red
Oh,
has stealth
okay.
too.
Both Zell and Red have stealth.
She's actually better at stealth than me. So.
Or we could not. I mean, we could just leave.
Is
I don't really care.
there a
So far, okay, but so far we've yet again come to a location. We've scouted it out. And we haven't fucking found or done anything particularly in here. So either we should
Well, we
move
weren't
on,
expecting
or we
them
should.
to do anything until this evening.
Okay, I think we should leave this place and try and come back in through the back entrance later.
That's
Okay.
what she said.
Alright.
Alright, you're gonna do that then?
Yeah, we're leaving and coming back when the place is closed, I think. Is everyone
Okay.
cool with that?
Yep, I'm fine with
I'm
that.
with that.
Where are you gonna hang out until nightfall?
Lily Arbest apartment.
Lily Arbest is quite a ways away, and like I mentioned, it's in the more residential area.
Can we go hang out at that bar place in the market? Do we hang out?
Can we-
Bar tent.
But can we
Yeah.
hang
Oh, the wee
out?
bar tent?
Can we hang out at the?
I've even
apartment?
got a bottle of Amasec.
I mean, Lily Arbus left, but we
They
can.
may or may not charge a corking fee, but you know, it's a shithole, so probably not.
Okay. So you head back to the bar, the beer tent, I guess, and just hang out there until nightfall.
Perfect.
Yep. Are we advancing time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, time
Can we-
advances forward, and
Can we take like a couple-minute break right here?
yes, we can.
Sorry, I need.
You need to bring more ciders with you, Madda.
I know.
Just have the side fridge. Okay, yeah, we'll take a couple of minutes.
Zero, do you want to try rejoining the call? I still can't see you.
He's the host. It might fuck everything up.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We don't want to see Zero anyway. I mean, is that really a plus?
Yeah, and honestly, if I were Zero, I wouldn't want to be seen with the bad jokes I've been making either. Okay. I believe in us. We can get through this. In a relatively
It was just
timely.
starting to shake, desperate to hit something.
I swear to God, I'm going to take Frenzy now. I wasn't going to, but this interaction with this party mean I am going to fucking take Frenzy. And I was going to take all these skills that let me like potentially snap out of it when I want to, but I think I'm going to disregard those. And I think I'm going to start
I'm gonna
like
get mind control.
each stream, like when we're doing this, I'm going to be like, you can clearly tell that Ills is starting to lose grip on his iron will here. He's getting closer and closer to letting loose every time we go into one of these scenes, because this is every time we're scouting the fucking trees of each corridor is getting a bit too much for me.
I'll probably have to get mind control then.
I'm immune to I believe I'm immune to psychic attacks during that. Maybe I just can't use psychic attacks. I'll have to read it again.
It's gonna start imploding and killing each other.
So what are we waiting on right now? Matter to get more booze? Okay, she's back.
Yep.
Perfect. Are you here, Zira?
Does it matter?
No.
Madda, sorry. Does
Nope.
it matter?
Nope. Nope.
I'm back.
Okay, perfect. Everyone ready to go?
Yep.
Good.
All right. Nighttime. Night falls. Markets are empty. The old woman says, "All right, sonnies, you all got pissed off now. Get out of my store."
Good. We piss off right to the almshouse.
Are you going straight there?
Do
It's
we
like
need
8
anything
PM.
else? It's 8 p.m. Is it dark at 8 p.m.?
The lights get switched from the day cycle to the night cycle.
She shut her bar at 8 p.m.
It's an afternoon bar.
Ugh.
Go.
Okay.
I'd like to
So
try
are
and
you in
break
front
in
of
the
that?
back entrance.
Can I do another technician check?
Let's do a couple things here. You can prep for that, Gal, right? Like, the longer you spend prepping for that, you've been sitting in a bar all afternoon. You have plenty of prep time. So why don't you
You've
fucking prep
meditated
for
all
that?
day.
That's right. Meditated all day. Maybe we can have our stealth guys stealth up and maybe go a little bit ahead of us and check that area. Because now this now makes sense to be a little, like, couple precautions, right? Because this is when we're gonna go get fucked up at this bad place, not when we walk in broad daylight to get snacks. So maybe this time a little bit of
Solly's told
scouting.
me so far, when you expect danger, nothing's going to happen. But when you're in the market walking around, you get attacked.
If that's the lesson you've learned, that's not good for us.
So, do I get any modifiers?
Yes, you can give me a clinicians. I'll assume you've focused for like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes or something like that. So give yourself a plus 30.
Okay.